obviously we know we can compete with the best, but that has to be fixed. And I don't give a damn if I get fined cheap. And I am tired of because I've been nice and I've been humble with it, but I am tired of
What happens when someone who built her brand on trash talk and attitude finally hits a wall she can't talk her way through? That's exactly what Angel Reese faced after Chicago's humiliating loss to the Minnesota Lynx. The scoreline wasn't the only thing ugly that night, but what Reese said actually afterward, and how did it light a firestorm across the WNBA? And if you think you have had enough, write "Baby Giraffe Sucks" in the comments below. Let's go!
Fans were out there acting like the coach personally walked over, tied her shoelaces together, and whispered, "Good luck," before the final possession. One bad game, one meltdown.
Media, fans, even former legends put her in check. And suddenly the self-proclaimed Chi Barbie was on the receiving end of a reality check she couldn't ignore. And here's the kicker. This wasn't just about one game. This was the moment the narrative began to shift. The honeymoon phase was over. The league, the media, and the fans had heard enough excuses. Angel Reese was finally shown a mirror.
Another offensive rebound by Minnesota. Collier with Reese on her. And one! Nafisa Collier. The length of Angel Reese. Angel staying with her, making feet take a different move. And
let's start with the night it all exploded, July 6th, 2025. The Chicago Sky faced off against the Minnesota Lynx. Final score, 80-75. Chicago lost, but what stole the headlines wasn't the scoreboard. It was Angel Reese's post-game rant.
Hands it back to Alana Smith. Just 2 points in that first half for Smith on 1 of 3 shooting. Carlton. Oh, Banks hit a three-pointer. She had to get the shot up because the clock.
Reese didn't just blame herself or admit the team fell short. She pointed straight at the officials and said, "It has to be fixed. I don't give a damn if I get fined." She was furious about the free throw disparity. Lynx with 17 attempts, Sky with just 8.
Yeah, I think we fought really hard. It's tough when you talk to officials and I asked them, hey, we only shot 2 free throws. We only went to the free throw line twice up into the fourth quarter, and she tells me it's not her job. So I know it's frustrating because I know how hard we were battling inside. And I think that we came down and fought as hard as we could with what we had. And I just know we continue to grow in this. And I think it's the leaping step for us. And obviously we know we can compete with the best. But that has to be fixed. And I don't give a damn if I get fined cheap. And I am tired of because I've been nice and I've been humble with it, but I am tired of
Clips of her dropping NSFW lines about officiating went viral overnight. ESPN, People Magazine, and Sports Illustrated all covered it. And within hours, the narrative shifted from rookie sensation to bad attitude. Now here's the thing. The media didn't let this slide. Outlets like the New York Post and Fox News replayed her rant with headlines that practically screamed, "Immature, out of line, rookie doesn't get it." Sports Illustrated called it a blunt message, but fans heard something else. Excuses. High Post Hoops even broke down the numbers, proving she wasn't wrong about the disparity, but still questioned her delivery. And this is where Angel Reese's story gets complicated. Because technically, she was right, the free throws were lopsided. But when you're a rookie, barking at refs, dropping F-bombs, and saying you don't care if you're fined, it rubs people the wrong way. Especially fans who already see Caitlin Clark as the face of professionalism in the league. If you thought the media was harsh, the fans were even worse. Social media lit up with clips titled, "Angel Reese snaps at refs after loss," "Fans humiliate Angel Reese for her attitude," and even Nafisa Collier humiliates Angel Reese. Angel Reese just made WNBA history, and not the kind you want to remember, but of course absolutely hilarious. The Chicago Sky forward went completely scoreless from the field against the New York Liberty. Yahoo Sports rounded up reactions where fans roasted her for complaining instead of owning the loss.
Caitlin Clark all night tonight.
Are you talking about my high school experience? Clark connects!
The young one here, Caitlin Clark, just dancing with the basketball, going to her left. Step.
Some pointed out that Caitlin Clark takes hits every night but rarely calls out officiating so aggressively. Others said Reese was more focused on her personal double-doubles than her team's win-loss column. TalkSport even mocked her earlier in the season for having more career rebounds than points, another jab that resurfaced when this meltdown happened. For a player who thrives on confidence, the internet served her a slice of humble pie.
Defensively. Long pass, it's a beauty, Bam to Reese.
Now, to be fair, Reese didn't back down. July 12th, 2025, she bounced back with a double-double as Chicago actually beat the Lynx 87-81. ESPN's recap highlighted her performance, and it looked like maybe she silenced critics for a moment. But then came July 14th, another showdown with Minnesota, another loss. This time, 91-78, and instead of ranting at the refs, Reese kept quiet. But the damage was already done. By then, fans were locked into the idea that Angel Reese was all bark, no bite.
Hitting some key shots for the Lynx. Minnesota with 18 points off turnovers and looking for 2 more. Carlton gets them, a tough hoop. Count it in the...
This isn't an isolated moment. Think about her history this season.
Chicago here at Target Center, 4th and final meeting between these two teams. McBride, whoa, quick trigger on the three-pointer. Kayla McBride has her second of the night.
Earlier, she was ejected in a game against the Liberty for 2 quick technicals, more proof for critics that she's out of control. She's clashed with refs multiple times, often walking that fine line between passionate and disrespectful. And remember, her rivalry with Caitlin Clark has been a media circus since college. Clark has been portrayed as composed, a shooter who takes hits and keeps going. Reese? She's the one who talks, who flexes, who brings the attitude.
Getting this steal, and then that leads to her having the ball in the corner on the other side, and she gets an assist to Aaliyah Boston right here.
And while that confidence once made her a star at LSU in the WNBA, it has become a lightning rod. The media spins every rant, every flex, every side-eye. And fans, especially older ones, don't hold back online. Now here's the twist. Not everyone's piling on. WNBA legend Cynthia Cooper came out and praised Reese for her toughness and competitive fire. She said the league needs personalities like hers, but even that support couldn't drown out the headlines. When Fox News, New York Post, Yahoo, and a dozen YouTube channels are all mocking your words, the dominant story becomes Reese humiliated after Lynx loss. And let's be real, the WNBA thrives on drama. Rivalries, narratives, personalities. Every league needs a villain, think about it. Reese versus Clark. Confidence versus composure. Trash talk versus discipline. It's the perfect storyline for clicks, views, and engagement.
6 threes on the night!
A career high in points and 12 dishes. While her rival hid in the shadows, she did not just break rookie.
When Caitlin Clark breaks records, she's celebrated as a humble superstar, the face of the league, the future of women's basketball. When Angel Reese records yet another double-double, something that should be headline-worthy for a rookie, the narrative immediately shifts to, yeah, but did her team win? The accomplishment is dismissed, the story redirected.
To find a way to get Rachel Banham going, that's one way. Count the packets! Caitlin Clark has an and one!
When Clark gets fouled hard, fans call it an injustice, an outrage, a sign that the league needs better protection for its brightest star. But when Reese complains about officiating after a glaring free throw disparity, suddenly it's whining, it's excuse, it's immaturity. The bias isn't subtle, it's written in bold letters across every headline, every highlight package, every viral clip, and the media knows exactly what it's doing. And the fans, they eat it up, especially those who already see Caitlin Clark as the golden child. For them, every stumble Angel Reese makes is entertainment. They don't just want to see her lose, they want to watch her get dragged through the mud. So let's call it what it really is. Reese wasn't just criticized, she was humiliated. ESPN clipped her NSFW rant, packaged it, and replayed it on loop until it became the only thing people remembered about that game. YouTube channels slapped the word humiliated in bold red letters across their thumbnails, framing her not as a competitor, but as a clown in a viral spectacle. Fans roasted her in Reddit threads, dissecting every sentence, twisting her frustration into a punchline. Twitter spaces filled with mockery, voices piling on like a digital dog pile. And it didn't stop there. Even mainstream outlets, the ones that usually write about celebrity breakups and red carpet looks, made her meltdown the headline. People magazine ran the story as if it were a Hollywood scandal, not a basketball game. That's how far it traveled. Every time Chicago drops another game, especially against a powerhouse like the Minnesota Lynx, that rant gets dragged back into the spotlight. It's like salt in an open wound, replayed, reposted, recycled until it becomes her identity. Now, the million-dollar question. Can Angel Reese shake this off? The answer is yes.
Caitlin Clark excelled a season ago.
Angel Reese dives in.
From her catching around that 15-foot area.
Clark, put it!
Here, Angel Reese utilizes her strength and gets the layup.
But here's the hard truth. In the WNBA, image matters as much as stats. Caitlin Clark has already been positioned as the league's darling, a marketable, approachable, and relatable figure. Reese? She's been cast as the troublemaker, the loudmouth, the villain. And unless she actively rewrites that script, the media will keep framing her losses as humiliation, no matter how many rebounds she grabs or how many double-doubles she racks up. So what do you say? Angel Reese got what she deserved? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown of how the WNBA media just put Angel Reese in her place, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more stories like this, and turn on the bell so you don't miss what's next.